Here we're going to find the domain of rational functions. The domain is for a rational function is all real numbers except the values which, when plugged in, make the denominator 0. So let me share my screen and we'll take a look at some problems. Okay, so we're going to find the domain of a rational function. Basically, if I plug in a 10 here, 10 minus 10 is going to give me 0 in the denominator. You cannot divide by 0. So you're simply going to exclude 10 from all real numbers. And this is set builder notation. We're saying all x such that x is not equal to 10. Here, notice that x, the denominator can't equal 0 because x squared is positive, or it could, x could be 0, but we know it's either 0 or positive. X squared is either 0 or positive, and then we're adding 5 to that. So that's going to make it even more positive. So it's all real numbers. There's no problem putting any negative number, even 0 can go in here. And you're just going to add 5, and so you're going to be fine. So all real numbers is the answer for that one. Now, however, you've got to be careful because this one, we have x squared minus 4. So if you factor this quadratic function, you're going to, this is the difference of squares. So factoring this is going to give you x plus 2 and x minus 2. So you can put either plus or minus 2 into x squared and then subtract 4 and get 0 in the denominator, and we can't have that. So D is, the domain is the set of all values of x, all real numbers except plus or minus 2. Here, if we factor the denominator, says we want to set x squared plus 5x equal to 0, we can factor out an x, and we would have x times the factor x plus 5. So if you plug in 0 for x, you're going to get 0 in the denominator because you have 0 squared plus 5, 0. And then since x plus 5 is a factor, minus 5 also is going to give you 0. Because minus 5 squared is 25, and then 5 times the minus 5 is negative 25, and when you add that together, you're going to get 0 in the denominator, which we can't have. So the set of all x such that x is not equal to 0 and x is not equal to negative 5 is the domain for that rational function. Here they have it factored for you. So x cannot be 1 because that's going to make this factor 0, and x cannot be negative 7 because that's going to make this one 0. All right, I hope that helps you with those type of problems. And see you next video.